वेलकम टू बी यू विद श्रद्धा एस। आज की हमारी गेस्ट है डॉक्टर शर्मिला तुलपुले, जो कि ऑर्थोपेडिक्स और रीजनरेटिव मेडिसिन की एक्सपर्ट हैं। आज हम उनकी जर्नी, उनके एक्सपीरियंसेस और जॉइंट हेल्थ के कुछ इम्पॉर्टेंट टिप्स के बारे में बात करेंगे। सो प्लीज़ वेलकम डॉक्टर शर्मिला तुलपुले। हेलो
Hi.
एंड वेलकम टू
How are you?
Yeah, so this is the Kanjivaram, and look at the combination. I just love the border. Welcome to Be You with Shraddha S.
Thank you so much. I'm so glad to be here.
बहुत खुशी हो रही है कि आज आप हमारे साथ बी यू विद श्रद्धा एस पर है। मुझे बहुत एक्साइटमेंट है, जो बहुत इंटरेस्टिंग आज हमें नॉलेज मिलने वाली है आपसे, और बहुत एडवांस टेक्निक जिसके बारे में हम आज बात करेंगे। आई एम श्योर इट्स गोइंग टू बी वेरी यूजफुल फॉर द ऑडियंस, और बहुत ज़्यादा एडवांस टेक्निक है एंड बहुत सेफ है। सो लेट्स गेट स्टार्टेड। मेरा पहला सवाल ये है आपसे कि जब आपने करियर चॉइस किया, एज इन यू वांटेड टू बी अ डॉक्टर, उसके बारे में बताइए। व्हाई ऑर्थोपेडिक्स?
So when I started, मतलब 12वीं में मैं जब भी थी,
हाँ।
जब भी पास हुई,
हम्म।
तो मुझे डॉक्टर नहीं बनना था। मुझे आर्किटेक्ट बनना था, बेसिकली आर्टिस्ट बनना था मुझे।
ओके।
सो मैंने जे स्कूल ऑफ आर्ट्स के एग्जाम्स दिए थे। आई हैड टॉप्ड इन दैट एंड ऑल। ओके, पर as destiny would have been, so मैंने मेडिसिन चूज किया
हम्म।
और मैं नागपुर में पली बड़ी हूँ।
ओके।
तो उसके बाद में जैसे मैं एक्चुअली एमबीबीएस हो गई, और जब भी एक्चुअल टाइम आया कि मेरा ब्रांच चूज करने का, तो मुझे बहुत ही चैलेंजिंग और एक्साइटिंग लगा ऑर्थोपेडिक सर्जरी। द वे पेशेंट्स miraculously stand and walk after the surgeries of orthopedic, generally, okay, any replacements or fractures or anything, that was very exciting for me.
राइट।
And the one moment the patient is in agony, literal agony, immobile,
राइट।
cannot walk if there is a fracture, and the just surgery within a day or two, they are up there and actually walking. So that just fascinated me, and that's where actually I chose orthopedic surgery.
Oh, that's interesting.
And you would be very amazed to know that actually females in orthopedics are very rare. They were very rare when
Right.
I did it. Now it is like global statistics, 6% of women, 6% of entire orthopedic fraternity is comprising of women.
Women.
Yeah, so it is still very less, but it is much
Still.
more than when I did it, okay, back in 1990s. I was probably third or fourth female in entire country
Oh.
to take up orthopedics at that point.
Wow.
And it was very challenging, definitely, but very exciting and fulfilling.
Right. जैसे आपने कहा बहुत चैलेंजिंग। सो बैक देन, जैसे आपने बोला 1999,
Yeah,
राइट?
1990, 90s,
90s,
91,
yeah.
actually, long back.
So, what difference do you see in yourself back then और अभी की डॉक्टर at the same time?
Wow.
What has changed over the years?
Wow, there are lots of things which have changed. Orthopedic that time was very manual. Okay, so I remember there were no, when I did it in Nagpur, there were no electric drills or power drills, what we call. So we actually used hand drills, and it
Oh.
was manually taxing. So yes, definitely, I was very thin back then, and
You still are.
so मतलब लिटरली हम पसीना बहाते थे
Right,
ऑपरेशन
right.
थिएटर में. सो टेक्नोलॉजी वाज नॉट सो मच एडवांस्ड, तो सब कुछ ज़्यादा मैनुअल था. अभी हम लोग जैसे फ्रैक्चर रिड्यूस करते हैं तो चेक करने के लिए हम सी आर्म करके जो रहता है इमेज इंटेंसिफायर, सो अंडर इमेज इंटेंसिफायर हम लोग देखते हैं कि फ्रैक्चर बराबर बैठा है कि नहीं. Back then there was no image intensifier, so it was very clinical. So the clinical acumen या हमारी जो टेक्निक्स रहती थी, those got perfected very well that time. वो बहुत पॉजिटिव पॉजिटिव एडवांटेजेस ऑफ बीइंग नॉट सो एडवांस्ड इन टेक्नोलॉजी, मैं बोलूँगी कि हमारा क्लिनिकली जज करने का अक्यूमेंट वाज वेरी हाई. So
Hmm.
even now when a fracture comes and I just do it and I reduce it, my juniors are amazed to see, that how do you know that this is perfect? And I said, yeah, this comes with experience. But no, but actually, I mean, there is huge change, sea change in orthopedics.
Hmm.
Back then, सब कुछ open surgeries रहते थे.
Right.
So that's a very major change.
Hmm.
अ, अभी आपने सुना होगा नी के जो सर्जरीज रहते हैं, जैसे मेनिस्कस टेयर या लिगामेंट टेयर,
Hmm.
तो तब तक आर्थ्रोस्कोपीज जो
Hmm.
हम बोलते हैं,
Hmm.
जिसमें हम टेलीस्कोप डाल के उसमें से सर्जरीज करते हैं,
Hmm.
वो भी नहीं था.
Okay.
तो आज की जनरेशन को अगर मैंने बोला कि मैंने मेनिस्कस सर्जरी ये पूरी ओपन करके, नी को ओपन करके की है, तो वो लोग शॉक में जाएंगे लिटरली. सो उसके बाद में आर्थ्रोस्कोपिक सर्जरीज आई, और अभी मैं जो देख रही हूँ लास्ट 5 से 10 साल में कि इट इज गोइंग टूवर्ड्स नॉन इन्वेजिव, सो minimally invasive.
Hmm.
And now we are even then minimizing what we can actually, if we can do something without even cutting that much, and whether we can naturally heal things.
Heal.
Okay,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
that's where it is going,
Right.
world over.
Yeah. So let's talk about this regenerative treatments.
Wow.
Please explain what is it and what are the types of it?
So regenerative treatments का जो basis है, that is like you have healing factors in your own body. हमारे body में healing factors रहते ही हैं
Hmm.
naturally.
Yeah.
जैसे अगर हमारे हाथ में कट हो गया,
Hmm.
तो ये अपने आप हील हो जाता है.
Hmm.
क्यों हील हो जाता है? क्योंकि वहाँ पे ब्लड सप्लाई जाता है, वहाँ के जो रिपेरेटिव हमारे सेल्स होते हैं,
Hmm.
वो जाके उसे रिपेयर करना शुरू करते हैं. मेजॉरिटी ऑफ द ऑर्थोपेडिक टिश्यूज,
Hmm.
जिसमें बोन आता है, जिसमें कार्टिलेज आता है,
Hmm.
जो जॉइंट के अंदर में रहते हैं,
Hmm.
जो हमारे जॉइंट के एंड्स जो रहते हैं, वो कार्टिलेज से कवर्ड रहते हैं ताकि स्मूथ मूवमेंट हो.
Hmm.
उसके अंदर में डिफरेंट टाइप्स ऑफ कार्टिलेज के कुशंस रहते हैं, लिगामेंट्स रहते हैं,
Hmm.
टेंडन्स, मतलब कि जो मसल्स रहते हैं वो एंड में जाके बोन को अटैच होते हैं, उसको टेंडन बोलते हैं.
Hmm.
तो ये सारी जो चीजें हैं वो बहुत टफ टिश्यूज रहते हैं,
Hmm.
वो बहुत पुअरली वैस्कुलराइज्ड है. इसका मतलब उन्हें ब्लड सप्लाई नहीं है,
Okay.
तो वो अपने आप हील नहीं हो पाते हैं.
Okay.
और इसके लिए हम सुनते हैं कि जैसे आर्थराइटिस, मतलब कि घुटने का जो कार्टिलेज है वो अगर खराब हो गया, तो एक बार खराब होना शुरू हो गया तो वो वापस नहीं आता है और वो सर्जरी की तरफ चले जाता है. तो क्योंकि उसको अपने आप में इनहेरेंट उसमें प्रॉपर्टी नहीं होती है
Healing.
हील करने की.
Okay.
तो ये रीजनरेटिव ट्रीटमेंट्स जो है, उसमें हम हमारे ही बॉडी से
Hmm.
हीलिंग मटेरियल्स, हीलिंग फैक्टर्स और हीलिंग सेल्स,
Hmm.
ओके, ये निकाल के हम वहाँ जिससे हमारे बॉडी में उसकी वहाँ पे ज़्यादा ज़रूरत है,
Hmm.
वहाँ हम उसको डालते हैं जस्ट सिंपल इंजेक्शन के द्वारा.
Okay.
So basically, it is redirecting your own healing factors or cells,
Hmm.
processing them or concentrating them,
Hmm.
and then injecting them where they are necessary. It's as
Okay.
simple as that.
Okay.
And this is literally revolutionizing orthopedics. This is a new branch of orthopedics which we call as orthobiologics.
Orthobiologics.
Yes. So biological treatment of orthopedic problems.
Orthopedic. Oh, how interesting. So मैंने सुना PRP, right? So I've also heard PRP जिसमें cosmetic surgeries या जैसे facials के लिए use हो जाता है.
बराबर.
So what is the difference between PRP done in cosmetic surgeries or facials and for the orthopedic purpose?
Oh, there is a huge difference, though the fundamental concept is the same.
Hmm.
Okay, it is PRP meaning platelet rich plasma. उसका मतलब होता है हमारे ब्लड में कुछ सेल्स होते हैं, उसको प्लेटलेट्स बोलते हैं.
Hmm.
वो प्लेटलेट्स आर रिच एंड पैक्ड विथ ह्यूज नंबर ऑफ ग्रोथ फैक्टर्स, ओके, जो हीलिंग फैक्टर्स होते हैं.
Hmm.
इसे हम ब्लड निकालते हैं, उसमें से हम कुछ प्लाज्मा का पार्ट निकालते हैं और उसमें से प्लेटलेट्स को कॉन्सेंट्रेट करते हैं और उसका इंजेक्शन देते हैं, दैट इज पीआरपी इंजेक्शन. नाउ द डिफरेंस बिटवीन द कॉस्मेटिक एप्लीकेशन एंड ऑर्थोपेडिक एप्लीकेशन इज दैट द concentration to which we need in orthopedic is extremely high. As I said, the orthopedic tissues are very, very tough to heal.
Hmm.
So we will need, like, platelets in billions.
Hmm.
So अभी रिसेंट गए 3 या 4 साल में जो रिसर्च पब्लिश हुआ है उसमें से हमें पता चला है कि द concentration for platelets in orthopedic application has to be minimum 5 billion to 10 billion.
Wow.
So that's a huge amount. Okay, so the entire technology of concentrating it for orthopedic problem is very different than a cosmetic application. Now in cosmetic application it is basically for skin या hair, which is very rich. It always you must have heard कि skin अपने आप regenerate होते रहता है. Okay, the skin cells are continuously being shedded and there are new cells forming. So the amount of platelets which are required for these applications are much lesser. With much lesser concentrations, they do give a good result. So basically, the concentration and the technology which we use to concentrate for orthopedic problem is very advanced, I would say.
ओके सो जैसे रीजनरेटिव ट्रीटमेंट्स में एक पीआरपी होता है जिसमें आपका ब्लड यूज होता है देयर इज आई थिंक फैट आल्सो यूज्ड एंड व्हाट एल्स लाइक
Yeah,
प्लीज
so there
एक्सप्लेन
are lots of things that we can do, and the regenerative field is advancing at a very high, speed. रीजनरेटिव थेरेपीज ये यूएस में 20 साल से बहुत अच्छे से चल रहे हैं, लेकिन यूरोप में तो ये ऑलमोस्ट 35 इयर्स से हो रहे हैं. और यूरोप में आपको बहुत आश्चर्य होगा, फैट इज बीइंग यूज्ड एज रीजनरेटिव मटेरियल, okay, in Europe since last 35 years.
वाओ
Fat, okay,
Wow.
which we
वी जस्ट वांट टू गेट रिड ऑफ इट
yes, absolutely. So मैं उसके बारे में थोड़ा बात करूंगी.
श्योर
So fat is called adipose tissue. Okay, तो हमें लगता है कि fat is lump of fat, it's a waste tissue and we just want to get rid of it. But fat has a very high regenerative potential, very, very high.
ओके
Okay, so fat is not only fat cells, there are lots of other regenerative cells. उसमें से कुछ stem cells भी रहते हैं, आपने stem cells के बारे में सुना होगा,
यस
which are the main healing या regenerative cells. So fat is packed with stem cells and other progenitor cells, and there's a list of cells that they are extremely highly healing, highly anti-inflammatory, highly immunomodulatory. So immune modulatory function is also very important for healing. So ये सारे functions fat में packed रहते हैं. So we can use this fat for regenerative purposes, for treating arthritis, for treating lots of muscle, tendon injuries, lots of cartilage damage issues, like simple chondromalacia patelli, in which there is a degeneration of a kneecap. So even for that, we can use this. We can use it for a few spine problems also. So there is, a whole lot of array of conditions in which we can use fat for regenerative purposes. Even in sports injuries, there's a huge application of it in sports injuries as well. So the processing of fat is done. ये दो तरीके से किया जा सकता है. एक तो हम फैट निकालते हैं, उसको हम फ्रेशली हम लोग उसे प्रोसेस करते हैं और हम उसे इंजेक्ट करते हैं उसके सेल सेपरेट करके. दूसरा जो है वो इंडिया में अभी लीगल नहीं है या अलाउड नहीं है, इज कल्चरिंग. सो हम लोग इसमें फैट निकालते हैं, हम कल्चर लैब में भेजते हैं और कल्चर लैब में भेज के उसे हम बढ़ाते हैं. द so it is artificially, it's not artificial, it is culturing. It is called culturing. So we do that of culturing of stem cells from fat, so they grow in like huge numbers. And then we keep on injecting it. So this can be done then every year. So all the sports people and all, because they give fat at say age of 25, and they can even use it at 35. So that's a very big application, though it will come. It's still not here in India so much. But talking about fat, the processing is very simple. It's just done under local anesthetic. Okay, so we give a small local anesthesia in abdomen. That's the richest place where we get a lot of fat. We take out around 100 120 ml of fat, which is not much.
Okay.
We process it उसको 30 से 40 मिनट लगते हैं वो प्रोसेसिंग को।
ओके।
उसमें से हम पूरे सेल सेपरेशन और पूरा क्लीनिंग प्रोसेसिंग होता है और वो हम निकाल के इंजेक्ट करते हैं जहाँ पे उसकी ज़्यादा ज़रूरत होती है। सो मोस्ट कॉमन एप्लीकेशन ऑफ दिस इज नी ऑस्टियोआर्थराइटिस।
ओके।
या
सो नी रिप्लेसमेंट की जगह पे ये यूज़ हो सकता है? या
इट्स
नी
अ
सर्जरी?
वेरी वेरी गुड क्वेश्चन.
हाँ,
ओके, so we'll just step back a little bit,
ओके।
okay, and we'll talk about arthritis, and then we see how it can literally revolutionize the treatment of arthritis
यस।
right now. So arthritis ka incidence, if you see globally,
हुँ,
पूरे world over reported incidence is around 18%.
हुँ,
WHO statistics, मैं सारे statistics मिला के एक average बता रही हूँ
हुँ।
कि 18%. In India, officially the statistics says that it is 38%.
ओह माय गॉड!
Okay, and that again is a paper published statistics, but what we see in
मोर।
practice is much much more. So when I see females between say 40 years to 60 65 years, I would say it is more than 75%.
हुँ,
It is that frequent. Every other female that you talk to,
हुँ,
you will just see that मुझे घुटने दर्द करते हैं, मुझे चढ़ना उतरना सीढ़ियों में नहीं आता है, मुझे
हुँ,
पालथी मार के नीचे बैठना नहीं आता है, मुझे वज्रासन में दर्द होता है, मुझे
हुँ।
मेडिटेशन करना है, वो मैं नहीं कर सकती हूँ क्योंकि मुझे घुटनों का दर्द है. सो इट इज एक्सट्रीमली हाई इंसिडेंस.
Why, like, is it like why more women are prone to have this?
So women were always prone to have arthritis,
Hmm.
but genetically predisposed.
Hmm.
But what we are seeing in last 10 years is huge increase in the number of arthritis cases in women. The reasons could be multiple,
Hmm.
but I think there are two very standout reasons in this. एक तो hormonal issues, wherein this comes as a perimenopausal package जिसको बोलेंगे ना.
I know all the goodies are coming out of the
I
package.
know. So what happens in perimenopause is that your estrogen level is dropping down.
Hmm.
And the moment estrogen starts dropping down, estrogen has a protective effect on all our organs. Okay, from the skin, okay,
To
which is
hair and
yeah, to
everything.
hair, to general vitality, bones,
Hmm.
cartilage.
Hmm.
So this protective effect, the moment estrogen is leaving you,
Hmm.
the whole systems start
Starts to
kind of crumbling.
weakens, yeah.
Okay, and so that is a major reason
Hmm.
why arthritis in perimenopausal women is very high.
Hmm.
Cartilage starts becoming weak, and there is chronic inflammation in the body. So that's very very important.
Hmm.
Second, I would give very very high stress on diet.
Hmm.
So arthritis and diet, if you had asked me say 10 or 15 years back,
Hmm.
I would have said that because I was doing hardcore orthopedic surgeries with just replacements and arthroscopies and stuff, I
Hmm.
would say there's no role of diet, and you just it's all mechanical. But no, it's completely rooted in diet, I would say now.
Hmm.
So there are now research papers which have come up in last 5 years which actually relate arthritis to gut. So everything starts from the gut. That's what the papers have been published now, and we are seeing it as true. So what happens in gut, we have resident bacteria.
Hmm.
ठीक है, जो जो हम लोग गुड बैक्टीरिया एंड बैड बैक्टीरिया वो
Hmm.
बोलते हैं. ठीक है, तो हमारे गट में नॉर्मली गुड बैक्टीरिया रहते हैं. ठीक है, तो वो हमें हमारे गट के लाइनिंग को प्रोटेक्ट करते हैं. विथ onslaught of quick food delivery systems, onslaught of fast food, onslaught of packaged food, onslaught of mm, restaurants mushrooming everywhere, we kind of moved away from our home cooked food,
Right.
and we have been bombarded with all this artificial or whatever mass produced food, and that has completely affected our gut.
Yeah.
So there is huge change in the gut microbiota, which is called dysmicrobiosis.
Hmm.
What happens with that? is that the lining, the protective जो बैक्टीरिया जो प्रोटेक्ट करते हैं वो प्रोटेक्शन चले गया. So जो भी आ रहा है हमारे गट में, so toxins are getting permeated in our body, and that's where the chronic inflammation happens in the body. This can manifest itself with knee, घुटने का arthritis, मतलब घुटने का inflammation. So that's the root cause of arthritis. It can manifest itself in frozen shoulder, multiple aches and pains, lots of autoimmune disorders. So we have got very strong evidence to actually now say with conviction that if you change your diet to an anti-inflammatory diet, you can pretty much control the course of your disease.
Okay.
Not that it can be completely cured just with diet, I'm not saying that, but that plays a big role as well.
Okay.
So I think in females, hormones, diet, genetic predisposition, big overweight, obesity issues, all these are so basically lifestyle. So all these are very important issues in females, and that's why we are seeing such high incidence. In fact, I remember 2003, there was an issue by Time magazine which was published, and it was like cover page. I still remember epidemic of arthritis coming soon.
Uh-huh.
So, and it has happened over the
Yes,
years. Now it was
yes.
almost more than 25 years back, actually.
Right.
And they had predicted it.
Hmm.
So, yes, females and arthritis extremely close. It's going extremely close. Again, osteoporosis adds to it, vitamin D, calcium intake. So, again, diet and your lifestyle.
Right.
So, those play extremely important role in
Role.
having it in females.
Right.
So, what we do with regenerative treatments in this type of arthritis? Because we know now that chronic inflammation is the root cause, right? So, with these regenerative treatments, initially, how do we start with the treatment of any arthritis? Is that painkillers? We, if it is paining too much, we give rest. If it is not paining too much, we say that okay, do physiotherapy, reduce your weight, and some lifestyle changes. And after that we just wait for it to actually be converted to surgery. Okay, I'm being extremely frank about this. Yeah, between these two ends, we as orthopedic surgeons do not do anything actively to save the joint.
Right.
And as I always say, what total knee replacement is not joint failure. Okay, we actually label it as joint failure in our language or
right.
in our
Yeah.
textbooks. It's not joint failure, it's our failure to save the joints. And
So true.
that's where regenerative treatments are making huge change, that we are in this in between phase. We are trying to save the joint. Can we do that? We can. And we have got now research data backing us for last 30 years being done in Europe, last 20 years being done in US. And that's how, we thought that we'll start doing this, have to start doing this in India with
Right.
such a huge load of arthritis.
Right. So compared to, of course, the surgeries, how safe it is?
It is extremely safe. There's no comparison actually.
Yeah, I mean, it seems so,
Yeah,
but still I would
absolutely.
like to ask. Yeah.
So with surgery is a major thing. Okay, you're replacing the your joint
With a foreign body again.
Yeah, of course. Okay, so we are putting metal and plastic and whatever, all those things in the joint. Now, when is it good to have that replacement? When we know 100% that we are not able to salvage this joint. ठीक है कि हम ये joint को बचा ही नहीं सकते हैं, वो stage पे गए तो obviously there is no other way पर replace करना पड़ेगा. ये जब भी हम आर्थराइटिस को हम डिवाइड करते हैं स्टेज 1 टू स्टेज 4 में. ठीक है, 4 में क्या होता है कि पूरा जॉइंट खत्म हो गया है, घुटने पूरे टेढ़े हो गए हैं, चलने में दिक्कत हो रही है, 10 कदम भी चल के इट इज एक्सट्रीमली डिफिकल्ट टू इवन वॉक दैट मच. तो ऑफ कोर्स यू नीड टू रिप्लेस, बट टिल दैट टाइम यू शुड ट्राई टू सेव द जॉइंट्स फॉर श्योर. ठीक है, तो सो आपने पूछा कि कितना रिस्क है।
हुँ,
रीजनरेटिव थेरेपीज में हम खुद के ही, इट इज कॉल्ड ऑटोलॉगस, खुद के ही सेल्स या फैक्टर्स यूज कर रहे हैं, बॉडी के, पेशेंट के बॉडी के खुद के, वहाँ वहाँ पे, और वो छोड़ के कुछ भी नहीं जा रहा है।
नो
सो
केमिकल्स, नो फॉरेन बॉडीज़,
zero
नथिंग।
drugs, zero chemicals, no foreign body, nothing. So it is extremely safe.
हुँ,
Unless, I always joke with patients, unless you are allergic to yourself, you will not be rejecting it.
राइट, राइट।
So they are very safe. These are done as very precise treatments.
हुँ,
You need a special training for doing these,
राइट।
because we are not giving blind injections.
हुँ,
We always, I always say that you should be doing it image guided,
हुँ,
which means that either a image intensifier or ultrasound guidance. So we actually see the fine needle which is going, entering,
हुँ,
and exactly where there is degeneration या tear जो भी है, तो वहां जाके उसे हम deliver करते हैं these cells.
हुँ,
Okay, so that's why it is extremely safe, because it is going under vision.
हुँ,
Okay, even if we are not opening it, it is done under an image guidance.
राइट।
So I think these are extremely safe treatments. There is huge safety data also available now.
हुँ,
uh, so there is zero chance of it being rejected by your body, because it
हुँ,
is your own.
हुँ,
There's no mixing with anything, any drug or chemical. So yeah, I think it is like far, far, far safer than any major surgery that we do. It's not against surgery.
हुँ,
It is, what we are trying to do is to save the cartilage or save
राइट।
the joint and
हुँ,
heal it naturally.
नेचुरली।
That's what is being done.
हुँ,
If at all, patient gets to a level where the joint is completely destroyed, or the muscle or the tendon is torn and completely irreparable, of
हुँ,
course then we need to or do an open surgery or an arthroscopic surgery, get it together, suture it. But
हुँ,
again, we always now augment it with these biologics.
राइट, राइट। सो जैसे आर्थराइटिस हो गया या नी सर्जरी हो गया, दीज आर लाइक थोड़ा सा सीवियर और
Yeah,
वो केसेस है। बट व्हाट अबाउट लाइक लिगामेंट टेयर हो जाता है वर्कआउट में, यू नो, अ
bilkul.
लॉट ऑफ थिंग, लाइक आई हैव इंजर्ड माय शोल्डर,
Yeah.
लाइक एंड इट्स बीन ऑलमोस्ट 7 years आई थिंक एंड नॉट एबल टू हील इट, बहुत कुछ ट्राई कर लिया। So all these things, like, you know,
Yes.
these minor things which are bothering you, but these are not like major also, but still, you know, they're there.
Yeah.
तो उनके लिए भी ये ट्रीटमेंट एप्लीकेबल है?
बहुत ही ज्यादा एप्लीकेबल है।
ओके।
ये कैसा है कि पहले हम लोग फिजियोथेरेपी देते हैं,
हुँ,
उससे अगर अपने बॉडी के नेचुरल मैकेनिज्म से आप हील हो गए,
हुँ,
यू हैव द पावर टू हील योरसेल्फ, राइट?
राइट।
सो इफ यू कैन हील दैट्स डन। ओके, वी डोंट डू एनीथिंग एक्सटर्नली,
हुँ,
बट if you are not able to fully heal the tissue that
हुँ,
has got damaged, then these are your own factors. We will just be directing it towards that and it will heal itself.
राइट,
We've got extremely good results with that. सो ये सब कब होता है? एक तो शोल्डर में, ठीक
राइट।
है, जो रोटेटर कफ करके हमारा शोल्डर में मसल रहता है,
हुँ,
उसका आइदर स्प्रेन विच डजंट हील एंड
हुँ,
बिकम्स क्रॉनिक, सेकेंड पार्शियल टेयर्स, जो पूरा फटा हुआ नहीं है जो सर्जरी के लिए जाएगा, वो पार्शियली टॉर्न है,
हुँ,
तो उसको सर्जरी की जरूरत नहीं है,
हुँ,
तो उसको हम इससे ठीक कर सकते हैं। देयर समथिंग कॉल्ड एज टेंडिनोपैथी,
हुँ,
जिसमें बहुत क्रॉनिक इन्फ्लेमेशन ऑफ दैट टेंडन, रोटेटर
हुँ,
कफ टेंडन या एनी अदर टेंडन इन द
हुँ,
बॉडी होता है, और वो आपको बहुत लॉन्ग टर्म पेन देता है,
हुँ,
जो कोई अदर ट्रीटमेंट से नहीं जाएगा।
राइट।
ठीक है, तो उसमें हम वहीं पे बिल्कुल अच्छे से अल्ट्रासाउंड में इंजेक्शंस देते हैं और वो कम्प्लीटली हील हो जाता है। देर आर so many sports injuries around that area which can very well fast heal with these treatments. आपने सुना होगा टेनिस एल्बो, जो सचिन तेंदुलकर ने बहुत फेमस कर दिया
राइट।
था लॉन्ग बैक।
राइट।
तो उसमें भी टेनिस एल्बो में क्या होता है कि हमारा जो मसल एक बोन पे अटैच होता है,
हुँ,
वहाँ पे माइक्रो टेयर्स या डीजनरेशन होना शुरू होता है।
हुँ,
ये हम हीलिंग फैक्टर्स वहाँ पे डाल के उसको पूरा हील कर सकते हैं नेचुरली,
ओके।
they can get back the full strength.
Wow.
So the grip will remain the same. Okay, for sports people, it's extremely important to go
Important.
back to their previous. In fact, हमें ऐसे दिखा है कि हम regenerative therapy से जो पहले कर रहे थे उससे भी उनका performance
बेहतर
अच्छा
है।
होता है because it
Wow.
has got that extra push from the healing factor.
Right, right.
So there are so many conditions in our body which is not surgical,
Hmm.
but it is not getting healed naturally. So
Right.
this is the whole treatment gap which is bridged with these regenerative treatments. एक हील पेन बहुत बड़ी समस्या है
Right.
अभी सबके लिए.
Right.
जो नीचे होता है एडी के नीचे वो
Hmm.
जो रूटीन जो ट्रेडिशनल ट्रीटमेंट्स है उनसे नहीं हील हुआ. जैसे 7 साल से आपको है शोल्डर पेन, वैसे
Right.
मेरे पास बहुत पेशेंट्स आते हैं कि जो 5 साल से 10 साल से है चालू है, कुछ हो नहीं रहा. तो वो नेचुरली हील हो जाता है और
Hmm.
उसको बहुत ज्यादा टाइम नहीं लगता है.
Right.
एडी के जो पीछे का हिस्सा रहता है जो हमारी थोड़ी हड्डी रहती है
Hmm.
उसे हम टेंडो एचिलिस बोलते हैं. जो काफ का जो मसल होता है वहां पे आके अटैच होता है.
Hmm.
उसका जो टेंडिनोपैथी या
Hmm.
उसका जो दर्द होता है उसके लिए अब भी रूटीन ऑर्थोपेडिक में कोई हल नहीं है. ये रीजनरेटिव ट्रीटमेंट्स उसको 100% हील कर रहे हैं. वो हमारा एक्सपीरियंस है बहुत अच्छे से. So there are so many things which really do not have an answer in traditional modern medicine, so to say, or traditional orthopedics, so to say. एक इसमें मैंने जैसे मेंशन किया था कॉन्ड्रोमलेशिया पटेली.
Hmm.
उसमें हमारा जो नी कैप रहता है घुटने
Hmm.
की कटोरी
Hmm.
वो अंदर से खराब होना शुरू होती है. ये पूरा आर्थराइटिस नहीं है कि
Hmm.
पूरा घुटना खराब हुआ है, ऐसे नहीं है. ये सिर्फ नी कैप खराब हुई है. इसके लिए हम कुछ नहीं कर सकते हैं नॉर्मल ऑर्थोपेडिक ट्रीटमेंट्स में. बहुत हम बेसिकली बोलते हैं पेशेंट को स्क्वाटिंग मत करो, पालथी मार के मत बैठो, आप चढ़ना उतरना बंद कर दो, उससे
Hmm.
ज्यादा प्रेशर आ रहा है.
Hmm.
सो पेशेंट गेट्स completely restricted.
Right.
Those who like to be very active, उनके घर में ही अगर उनको 2 बार 4 बार स्टेयर्स चढ़ने पड़ रहे हैं तो यू कैन नॉट से दैट ओके यू जस्ट कैन नॉट डू दिस.
Right.
दिस चेंजेस सो मेनी थिंग्स इन देयर रूटीन लाइफ.
Right.
सो ये इसमें हमें रीजनरेटिव ट्रीटमेंट से बहुत ही अच्छे रिजल्ट्स मिले हैं. सो इट्स काइंड ऑफ लिटरली रेवोल्यूशनाइजिंग द एंटायर वे इन विच we
It
look
is.
at
Yeah.
routine chronic orthopedic problems.
Right, right. And this sounds so exciting and interesting कि आपकी खुद की बॉडी से ही आप ब्लड या फैट निकाल के आप हील हो सकते हो विदाउट एनी आउटसाइड सपोर्ट एज यू सेड. So what better than this, you
Yeah,
know? I
absolutely.
mean, yeah, and I'm sure this is going to help a lot of men and women, especially, you know, dealing with all these joint problems and knee problems.
Yeah.
ये बहुत ज़्यादा हो गया है lately. I see when I around, like, you know, aunties, kakis, mommies, mothers, dadi mas, everybody, you know,
Yeah.
uncles are suffering with
Yeah,
these joint.
now you mentioned uncles. Okay, so most of the people in 40s and 50s now they realize that they need to be physically active, and marathon runners have mushroomed everywhere, right?
Right.
So since you've not been very physically active, your cartilage is not so strong, and the
Hmm.
moment you start running,
Hmm.
long distance running, or even running on treadmill, your knee starts complaining, okay,
Right.
that I'm not used to this activity, kind
Right.
of, okay.
Right.
So again, the cartilage starts breaking, या तो troubling.
Hmm.
इसमें काफी बार मेनिस्कस क्रैक्स भी होते हैं.
Hmm.
सो ये there's a very big section of patients whom we treat with regenerative medicine
Hmm.
who are marathon runners. That's a huge uh, group of patients who are coming to us that I want to continue to be physically very active,
Hmm.
but I cannot because my knee is hurting
Right.
me.
Right.
Not only knee, there are lots of other issues with that also. पर उसमें हम लोग most of the times we do regenerative treatments and they are back to the track and enjoy their run.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's so nice.
Yeah, so there are so many applications of it, and
Hmm.
I'm only talking about orthopedics at the moment.
Right.
There are uh, other systems in which these are literally going to be
Like killing
ne-
it.
killing it. Okay, the next 10 years are very important, and
Okay.
you will just see there's so the whole way in which we used to look at medicine, modern medicine, that you only give drugs and there are side effects of
Rough.
drugs. And that
Yeah.
was the main thing against modern medicine.
Right. Right.
And I'm seeing that, next 10 years, just see what happens now.
Wow. And without any side effects. That's the
Absolutely.
best
Yeah,
thing I
yeah,
feel.
yeah.
Yeah.
All chronic degenerative diseases,
Hmm.
neurological diseases, there's huge work happening in that.
Hmm.
Alzheimer's, dementia, and
Wow.
whole of that
Okay.
that group of diseases. I don't know. There was this big news in paper,
Hmm.
but I'll just again tell you that abhi, like last 6 months back, there was a huge research paper which was published
Hmm.
in which टाइप 1 जो डायबिटीज होता है ना वो
Hmm.
इन मतलब सेल्स की डिफेक्ट की वजह से है
Hmm.
हमारे, ठीक
Hmm.
है? तो एक 24 साल की लड़की थी जिसको टाइप 1 डायबिटीज था, वेरी बैड, कॉम्प्लिकेटेड।
Hmm.
तो उसके ही फैट निकाल के वो सेल्स डेवलप करके
Hmm.
कल्चर करके उन्हें एक्चुअली ट्रांसफॉर्म किया गया बेसिक स्टेम सेल्स में, और फिर उनको इंसुलिन सिक्रीटिंग सेल्स में ट्रांसफॉर्म किया गया। They
Okay.
were again put in her abdomen and they started secreting insulin and she is completely cured। और ये पेपर पब्लिश हुआ 1 साल वो क्योर के बाद में।
Wow.
So it was like,
It worked for a year at
documented
least.
that
Yeah.
yes, it is working and she's completely no drug now. So
Wonderful.
this is where the whole, regenerative, basically medicine is going
Right.
towards.
Right.
So it's like absolutely
This is
exciting time for
yeah
medicine
an
actually.
actual revolution, I would say, where
Yes.
I'm so happy no drugs, no ye, because I myself try to avoid taking tablets or
No,
medicine.
everybody avoids that. Okay,
Yeah.
there is a place for them. There's no doubt. Till
Hmm.
this all, is
Hmm.
translated into clinical use, that we say,
Hmm.
इसको थोड़ा टाइम लगता है क्योंकि इसके पीछे बहुत रिसर्च होता है,
Right.
बहुत रिसर्च होता है।
Hmm. Also, with today's lifestyle that we see long working hours, like especially sitting in front of screens and the issues, that are getting created because of long hours
Yeah.
sitting and screen time or whatever. So, what would you suggest? Like, especially you see hunchback or, there are
Yeah, yeah.
these, what you call, structure जो होता है थोड़ा सा
Yeah.
मिसअलाइन हो जाता है. So for that, are there any tips from you?
सो ये अभी जो पोस्चरल इश्यूज है वो एक तो फोन,
Hmm.
ओके, सो वी आर ऑलवेज विथ फोन, सो वी आर बेंडिंग डाउन, सो
Yeah.
देयर इज अपर hunch, upper
Hmm.
back hunch.
Hmm.
Second, we sit for very long time. IT sector, I get all, lot of patients from them.
Yeah.
You're sitting for so long,
Hmm.
okay? Sitting, we call it as now the sitting is as bad as smoking. So
Okay.
sitting is the new smoking. That's what we say.
Okay. Okay.
It has so many bad effects.
Hmm.
So if you sit for longer hours, basically when you're lying down, your pressure inside the disc is 0.
Hmm.
When you're sitting, it is 200 times.
Oh.
When you bend down, it is 400 times. Okay. So your back needs to be very strong
Right.
to handle that pressure. And most of the times when we are not exercising, our back just gives way.
Hmm.
So the tip I would say, very, very important, is that take frequent breaks. Okay,
Hmm.
because obviously I won't tell you कि job ही change करो, ये तो possible नहीं है, ठीक है? बैठना तो है, तो frequent breaks लो।
Hmm.
एक घंटे में at least 1 minute stand up, just do a little bit of reverse stretching, forward bending, go around, have a walk, less than 1 minute. It will work wonders.
Hmm.
So it just changes the dynamics in the lower back. For the upper back, you have to do the exercises. I swear by yoga. Okay.
I'm happy.
So, yes. Okay. So you just learn 3 or 4 postures and just keep on doing them and makes huge difference in the posture.
Yeah.
Huge difference.
Yeah.
And of course, minimize the screen time as much as possible.
Possible.
That
Yeah.
is like an addiction.
Right.
So you
Right.
need to reduce that. So even when you're sitting for really long time and you get a disc prolapse or chronic back pain,
Hmm.
regenerative treatments, and you're advised to go for surgery because you have a bad disc prolapse, regenerative treatments are having a good result with even that.
Hmm.
So we are treating lot of lower back issues, lot of spine
I was
issues.
just about to ask you that L3, L4, everybody I think is
Yeah,
dealing with that gap ho gaya.
yeah,
So how helpful it is for the back or the lower back issues,
yeah,
especially women में मैंने देखा है
बिल्कुल,
post delivery बहुत ज़्यादा back ache के issues होते हैं,
बिल्कुल.
even I have faced it. So how useful it is for the back treatments?
Uh, we have very strong evidence now that these are working for the spine issues or lower back issues. Post delivery, because our ligaments are very lax,
Hmm.
you need to do exercises. And basically, I always believe that, you know, whatever you can do to naturally heal first, you need to do that.
Right.
If that's not working, then you need to
Hmm.
put in the healing factors there,
Hmm.
whatever is required. Okay, so yeah, regenerative therapies do work. जब भी disc prolapse होता है, so there are 2-3 things in back
Hmm.
कि disc prolapse. Okay, तो जिसमें हमारे दो बोन्स रहते हैं,
Hmm.
दोनों हड्डियां रहती हैं बैक की, उसके बीच में डिस्क मतलब बलून जैसे रहता है.
Hmm.
So if there is more pressure, that balloon bursts and the gel comes out and it presses on the nerve, which causes sciatica.
Right.
Okay, so this with sciatica, both the things work very well with regenerative. We just give a few injections in the back and they are sorted.
Hmm.
Takes its own time to heal the tissues from inside, so it's not magic that आज दिया और कल भागने लगे, ऐसे नहीं होता है.
हाँ.
Generally it takes about a month to 3 months. That's an average that we have seen, but they do well, very well. There's another condition in older age wherein जो सब डिस्क मल्टीपल डिस्क रहते हैं वो डिजनरेट हो जाते हैं, और जो पाइप जाता है ना हमारा स्पाइनल कॉर्ड का, तो वो टाइट हो जाता है.
Hmm.
ठीक है, सो द होल टिश्यू ग्रिप्स दैट स्पाइनल कॉर्ड. सो जैसे ही पेशेंट चलने लगता है तो पूरे दोनों टांगों में बहुत सिवियर पेन होता है, उसको
Hmm.
क्लॉडिकेशन बोलते हैं. सो दिस इज कॉल्ड lumbar canal stenosis. Canal is pipe, stenosis is tightening.
Hmm.
इसमें भी इसके बहुत ही अच्छे रिजल्ट्स हमें दिखे हैं.
Okay.
So yeah, I mean anywhere there is chronic degeneration, these treatments work.
वाओ दैट्स सो इंटरेस्टिंग
Yeah,
सो जैसे किड्स होते हैं खेलते हुए गिर गए
हाँ,
हाथ फ्रैक्चर हो गया
हाँ.
फॉर दैट आल्सो दिस कैन बी यूज्ड
No, it's not needed
ओके
there, because most of the kids have huge regenerative potential.
राइट
So regenerative therapies are not for kids. They themselves have, they're full of stem cells. When we are born, we are full of stem cells,
हम्म
full of them. So after the age of 30 is where our drop in the stem cells start happening. So our healing potential starts reducing from 30 years onwards. At 60, it is really low, and at 70 and 80, it is seriously low, I
ओके
would say.
ओके
So kids, they don't need these therapies.
सो यू मीन टू से अगर किड्स के केस में अगर हाथ फ्रैक्चर हो गया
हाँ,
है
वो अपने
दो
आप जुड़
कैन
जाएगा.
नो बट देन दे यूज द प्लास्टर एंड ऑल
या
दैट
सो
दैट्स
दैट इज
व्हाट
फॉर
इज
द
एडवाइस
अलाइनमेंट
फॉर
कि
दैट
वो राइट वे में जुड़े.
हम्म
ठीक है, जो हम किड्स में भी ऑपरेशंस करते हैं, प्लेट लगाते हैं,
हम्म
वो इसके लिए कि वो बराबर सही डायरेक्शन में जुड़े.
हम्म
ठीक है, वो टेढ़ा मेढ़ा या डिफॉर्मिटी के साथ ना जुड़े, इसके
ओके
लिए ट्रीटमेंट्स रहते हैं किड्स में.
ओके
किड्स में अपने आप हीलिंग पोटेंशियल इज ट्रिमेंडस, सो वी डू नॉट नीड टू डू एनीथिंग फॉर देयर हीलिंग. ओके,
राइट
सो ये जो फ्रैक्चर्स हैं अडल्ट्स में जब भी होते हैं, और वो जब नहीं जुड़ते हैं,
हम्म
जिसको हम नॉन यूनियन बोलते हैं,
हम्म
कि जैसे 9 महीने हो गए लेकिन किसी का फ्रैक्चर ही नहीं जुड़ रहा है,
हम्म
6 महीने हो गए फ्रैक्चर जुड़ नहीं रहा है और हमें दिख रहा है कि
हम्म
वहाँ पे गैप है अभी भी, तो उसमें हम ये ट्रीटमेंट्स करते हैं,
हम्म
और इसके अगेन बहुत अच्छे रिजल्ट्स आते हैं. उसमें हम बोन मैरो के ट्रीटमेंट्स करते हैं नॉन
Okay.
यूनियन में.
Could you please explain us about bone marrow?
सो बोन मैरो अगेन हैज, उसमें रूट जो रहता है हीलिंग सेल्स का वो बहुत है. तो हम बोन मैरो निकालते हैं, उसको हम अगेन प्रोसेस करते हैं, और ये नॉन यूनियन जहाँ रहता है वहाँ पे हम उसको इंजेक्ट करते हैं, तो उससे वहाँ पे हीलिंग शुरू हो जाती है. सो बोन मैरो हैज बीन इन यूज एज regenerative
Right.
potential for very long time.
Yeah.
नाउ बोन मैरो में जो सेल्स रहते हैं वो ज्यादा करके बोन को हील करने के ज्यादा काम आते हैं. जैसे कि नॉन यूनियन, जब जहाँ फ्रैक्चर जुड़ नहीं रहा हो, या हिप बोन का, हिप के बॉल का जो रहता है डिसीज, जिसको हम वेस्कुलर नेक्रोसिस बोलते हैं, उसमें, तो उसमें ये ज्यादा काम करता है. लेकिन जो आर्थराइटिस है उसमें हमें पता चला है अभी कंपैरिजन से कि इसमें फैट के स्टेम सेल ज्यादा अच्छे काम करते हैं, आर्थराइटिस या लिगामेंट्स और इसमें.
Okay. 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 That's interesting. So, my next question would be, so I would like to know कि ये आपने जैसे कि कहा बहुत रिलेटिवली नया ट्रीटमेंट है रीजनरेटिव
हाँ।
ट्रीटमेंट्स. सो इंडिया में ये कहाँ-कहाँ किया जाता है एंड हाउ सेफ इट इज़ इन इंडिया कंपेयर टू अदर कंट्रीज?
ओके। सो ये बहुत नया है,
हुँ,
इंडिया में काफ़ी नया है, पर
हुँ,
इंडिया में भी इंस्टीट्यूट्स में काफ़ी रिसर्च चल रही है।
हुँ,
यहाँ पे जैसे बड़े सिटीज़ में इसके सेंटर्स अभी खुल रहे हैं। हमने जैसे ऑर्थोबायोलॉजिक्स खोला है दादर में।
हुँ,
अ, तो हमारे ब्रांचेस भी हैं, अभी पूना में है 2
ओके,
ब्रांचेस, हमारे नागपुर में ब्रांचेस है, और हम अभी काफ़ी बड़े सिटीज़ में सारे इसके ब्रांचेस खोल रहे हैं।
ओके,
ये अगर आप लीगल फ्रेमवर्क में रह के करो तो ये बहुत सेफ है,
हुँ,
ठीक है? सो व्हाटएवर इज़ अप्रूव्ड एंड लीगली अलाउड,
हुँ,
if that is being practiced, it is very safe.
ओके,
Which means that autologous
हुँ,
जो हमारे अंदर के ही सेल्स है वो या ब्लड इसमें से हम प्रोसेस करके अगर दे रहे हैं तो इट इज एक्सट्रीमली सेफ.
ओके,
इफ इट इज एलोजेनिक, लाइक हम ऑफ द शेल्फ जिसको बोलते हैं कि हम बॉटल में कुछ हमें किसी ने दिया और बोला कि इसमें स्टेम सेल्स है, तो you need to be 100% sure that it is a legally allowed company,
राइट,
marketed thing or
हुँ,
not.
हुँ, हुँ,
So yeah, there it is starting to grow in India,
इंडिया,
I would say. um, हम लोग बहुत कोशिश कर रहे हैं कि ये ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा लोगों तक पहुँचे, ये
हुँ,
इंफॉर्मेशन पहुँचे,
हुँ,
और ऐसा कुछ अवेलेबल है
हुँ,
जो बहुत इजीली किया जा सकता है,
राइट,
जिससे हम पूरा रिवर्स कर सकते हैं. So we are just trying to educate people
हुँ,
as well as doctors.
राइट, राइट. सो अगर ऐसा आई मीन आई जस्ट वांट टू नो
Yeah,
कोई पॉसिबिलिटी ऐसा होता है कि आपका सेल्फ का जो ब्लड है या फैट है या बोन मैरो वो आपके ऊपर वर्क नहीं कर रहा है या कोई ऐसा कंडीशन है तो इज इट पॉसिबल दैट यू कैन यूज somebody else's मैरो बोन मैरो और
it
ब्लड
is
फॉर?
possible. It is
ओके,
possible. There is one product which is available legally in India right now, which is somebody else's bone marrow, which has been grown and being given to you. Uh, yes, it is possible, but it is not still available
हम्म,
everywhere.
हम्म,
It will come. Maybe next 5 to 10 years, you are going to see a huge change in this, I would
राइट,
say.
राइट,
जैसे हम लोग बोल रहे हैं कि हम इसका अवेयरनेस बढ़ाने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं,
हम्म,
सो डॉक्टर्स में भी इसका अवेयरनेस बहुत कम है अभी,
हम्म,
बिकॉज वी आर वी आर नॉट ट्रेन्ड फॉर दिस.
हम्म,
We are being trained for being routine orthopedic surgeon. Okay, so routine orthopedic surgeries, that's our forte for orthopedics. So what we did is that मैं अभी 2 साल से अमेरिकन बोर्ड सर्टिफाइड रिजनरेटिव मेडिसिन के हमने कोर्सेज चालू किए हैं,
ओके,
जो सारे ही सुपर स्पेशलिस्ट के लिए है, लाइक ऑर्थोपेडिक सर्जन्स, पेन स्पेशलिस्ट, रूमेटोलॉजिस्ट, internal medicine doctors.
ओके,
So all the rest of the things, even the scientists come many times to attend these courses. So we do conduct these courses in Mumbai, and this is just to make people learn, because this is a new subject. Unless you learn it,
राइट,
from the fundamentals, you're not being able to practice it
राइट,
fully.
राइट.
So that is what we are aiming at right now. So that with patient awareness.
So, Dr. Shamila, what made you choose this? You being a orthopedic surgeon,
Yeah.
what made you choose this regenerative treatments? Like, what was the moment?
Yeah, I have been doing orthopedic surgery for last 30 years.
Yeah.
Last around 7 to 8 years, this is what I'm focusing on. So
Hmm.
I do orthopedic surgeries also now, but it is less
Hmm.
because I want to give more of my time to this. I'll tell you one significant moment when I actually uh, decided to open it in India.
Hmm.
So I've been practicing in other countries, mainly in Dubai,
Hmm.
for quite some time. सो मैंने रीजनरेटिव थेरेपीज वहाँ पे शुरू किए थे. वहाँ पे एक मैं छोटा सा आपको किस्सा बताती हूँ कि एक अरब लेडी मेरे पास पेशेंट आई थी. उसको बहुत सारे जॉइंट्स में प्रॉब्लम्स थी, और उसने आके मुझे रीज़न बताया कि उसे क्यों चाहिए ये ट्रीटमेंट. वो
Hmm.
सर्जरी के लिए था नहीं केस. It wasn't for nothing. She was just being given physiotherapy and uh, painkillers and all.
Hmm.
तो उसने बोला कि मैं कंटिन्यूअस मेरे हस्बैंड को बोलते रहती हूँ कि मुझे यहाँ पे दर्द है, वहाँ पे दर्द है, ऑल द टाइम. ही इज फेड अप विथ मी एंड ही इज गोइंग टू लीव मी,
Oh.
and can you do something?
Mm.
So we said, okay, we'll try. So we did her treatment. At 6 months, she came back with her husband in tow,
Oh.
and then he's telling me that हम लोग अभी यूरोप टूर करके आए, and she is a changed lady now. So suddenly it hit me that okay, if we can make so much difference to people's lives, just being doing simple natural things,
Hmm.
then why not do it for Indian population?
Right,
And
right.
that's when we decided to do this.
How nice.
This is one. But shifting to regenerative medicine, we started doing it slowly in where I was practicing. I started seeing amazing results with this. और जो भी मैं कर रही थी ना, वो पेशेंट्स बाद में आते ही नहीं थे सर्जरी के लिए. मैं ये स्टॉप गैप करके करती थी, हाँ सर्जरी के लिए टाइम है, ये थोड़ा करके देखो. आई जस्ट सॉ दैट दे आर गेटिंग completely cured and not coming back to me. So in fact, I was losing out on my number of surgeries, but then it was so satisfying. And
Right.
that's why I just chose to, follow and do regenerative treatment as my mainstay now.
How wonderful is this?
Yeah.
How nice.
There have been so many incidences actually, patients coming. It was like absolutely amazing. And we don't realize when we just do surgery that,
Hmm.
it has so much impact socially and as family life on
Hmm.
patients'
Hmm.
lives actually. So there was this one patient who had come, उसको एडी का दर्द था, heel pain. उसने मुझे बोला मुझे 10 साल से पेन है, वो 32 इयर्स का था सिर्फ. 10 साल से वो बोलता है कि मुझे बहुत पेन होता है चलने में. उसने सारा कुछ ट्राई किया था, स्टेरॉइड इंजेक्शंस लिए थे. तो मैं मतलब हील पेन ये हमारे जनरल ऑर्थोपेडिक्स में बहुत माइनर चीज होती है ट्रीटमेंट के लिए. हम उसको ज्यादा इम्पोर्टेंस नहीं देते.
Hmm.
One sentence hit me really badly. So he said that I'm in depression because of this. And I asked why. So he said that क्योंकि मैं मेरे बच्चों के साथ खेल भी नहीं सकता हूँ.
Oh.
So can you do something? So again, we did these treatments. And at 6 months, he came and he said that you don't know what you have done to my life.
Wow.
There are so many instances. And these are the things which we actually do not realize when we are doing a general orthopedic OPD.
Hmm.
कि इतना कि ये सिर्फ ये दर्द है और इसके पूरे फैमिली लाइफ पे या सोशल लाइफ पे क्या परिणाम हो रहा है ये
Right.
हमें नहीं समझता है.
Hmm.
तो वो मुझे ये रिजनरेटिव करने करने जैसे मैं लगी तो मुझे एक ऐसे स्टोरीज आने लगे और मुझे समझने लगा कि पेन कैन अफेक्ट योर एंटायर फैमिली लाइफ, योर सोशल लाइफ. एंड because of chronic pain, people do get into depression.
Right.
Literally, I have so many patients who have come out of that because of these treatments.
Hmm.
It is like amazing experience actually.
Wow. This is so nice.
Yeah.
बहुत सारी लेडीज है जो 40 के बाद उनको फिजिकली एक्टिव होना है, अभी हेल्थ कॉन्शियस हो जाती है, बट दे आर हेजिटेंट टू लिफ्ट वेट्स. सो आप उनके लिए क्या सजेस्ट करेंगी?
वेट लिफ्टिंग से महिलाओं का बॉडी बिल्डर में कन्वर्जन नहीं होता है. सो दे आर वेरी स्कैर्ड कि हमारे मसल्स डेवलप हो जाएंगे. मसल्स डेवलप होने के लिए आपके अंदर में मेल हार्मोन्स जो टेस्टोस्टेरोन होता है
हम्म.
उसका होना बहुत ज़रूरी होता है. सो अनलेस यू आर रियली टेकिंग एफर्ट्स टू बिल्ड मसल्स या सप्लीमेंट्स विथ टेस्टोस्टेरोन और हाई प्रोटीन सप्लीमेंट्स, इट्स नॉट गोइंग टू हैपन. सो यू नीड टू बी फोकस्ड कि आपको बॉडी बिल्डिंग करना है तो ही होगा. Normally, weightlifting is extremely beneficial for bone health. Extremely beneficial. And I
Okay.
always tell that 40 is the time you should, if you have not done anything till 40, start lifting weights at 40.
Okay.
That will prevent osteoporosis. Osteoporosis मतलब जो bones हमारे रहते हैं वो weak हो जाते हैं with age. Why? Because the estrogen is leaving the body. 40 के बाद में estrogen थोड़ा कम होना शुरू हो जाता है, तो हमारे बोन्स वीक होते हैं, तो उसको ऑस्टियोपोरोसिस बोलते हैं. फिर वो होने के बाद में फ्रैक्चर के चांसेस ज़्यादा रहते हैं. और हील होने के चांसेस कम रहते हैं। तो इसके लिए वेट लिफ्टिंग इज अ वेरी वेरी गुड solution. Now you can go to the gym and actually lift weights, or you can use your body weight as lifting. Okay, so chaturangasana, like in yoga, that is your balancing your whole body weight on your fours or twos. Okay, so all of them help. So you have to combine yoga with weightlifting, but it is critical that especially in India, ki women should lift weights and include that in their workout for sure.
Right. So, how important it is uh, to do yoga also, as you just mentioned, Chaturasana or any other yogasanas. Can you name them which are good to build your muscle and I mean the strength of your muscle?
Yeah, so basically, I would say that I mean, yoga is my favorite form of workout or exercises, and it has been part of me since last more than 40 years.
Wow,
Okay.
wow.
So I just love it. But what I would say is that strength training is one part of it, endurance. Okay, so you need to combine everything. So flexibility is, again, spine flexibility is critical for benefits which are understood by us, of like a physical body, and benefits which are not understood by us till now. Okay, so doing yoga for back is very very important. That's one. Second, strength training. If you are not able to go to the gym, then you can do these yoga exercises in which actually आप आपका body weight balance या ये कर रहे हो, उठा रहे हो. So for the back, I would say that all the back extension asanas, okay, they are very 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 useful. ठीक है. जो लोअर बैक के मसल्स रहते हैं उनके लेयर्स रहते हैं. ठीक है. द डीपेस्ट लेयर इज द वन विच अंडरगोज डीजनरेशन. ओके, व्हेन यू हैव क्रॉनिक बैक पेन, काफी बार होता है कि क्रॉनिक बैक पेन है, एमआरआई किया वो तो नॉर्मल है और मुझे मेरा बैक पेन नहीं जा रहा है. ठीक है. ये जब भी होता है ना, तब मोस्ट ऑफ द टाइम्स एमआरआई में हम लोग देखते हैं कि डीपर मसल्स आर द वंस विच आर डीजनरेटेड, द डीपेस्ट लेयर. वो फैट में कन्वर्ट हो जाता है बिकॉज वी हैव नॉट बीन एक्सरसाइजिंग. इसमें योगा योगा में जो हम बैक एक्सरसाइजेस करते हैं, डीपेस्ट मसल्स आर एक्टिवेटेड ओनली इन योगिक एक्सरसाइजेस. देयर इज नो अदर एक्सरसाइज, no other gym exercise also which will activate those deepest muscles.
Okay, okay. As you know, heels are fashion favorite. So I think coming to the direct question, what are the like bad heels जो आपके स्पाइन के लिए या कोई भी जॉइंट के लिए जो बिल्कुल सपोर्टिव नहीं है, वो
I'm very
फुटवेयर क्या है?
unpopular with my patients sometimes because I give very strict do's and don'ts for heels to them,
Okay.
and they always look at my feet. Okay, what are you wearing? So yes, first absolute no is stilettos. Okay, it is unanatomical. I mean, you know what are
Right,
we wearing?
right.
Yeah, we're born with a correct, like erect spine, and the feet which are supposed to be at 90-degree to our body,
Right.
and we are making it literally, stand on the toes. So the great toe bears extreme pressure, gets started degenerating, hallux valgus, and there are so many deformities which happen with this stiletto. Okay, so
Right.
that's a very bad heel to wear.
So stilettos is total no no.
No, absolutely. It's very unhealthy for the feet. One. Second, it just disturbs the whole dynamics in the body. Okay, so it gives extremely bad pressure to the knees, and your knees start hurting, and back, because your center of gravity has changed, and that puts huge pressure on the lower back. So, yeah, stilettos are no. Even when you're, not wearing stilettos, but acceptable height of heels, you should not be wearing pointed heels.
Right.
Pointed heels again change the balance and put extreme pressure on the lower back. So wear broader heels, block heels, or platform heels, and they are kinder to the knees and back.
Okay.
Extremely flat flat shoes, extremely flat, like
Hmm.
there is no cushion,
Hmm.
are also not good.
Okay.
Okay, because they'll be giving you heel pain. So
Okay.
you should have a little bit cushion at the back always
Hmm.
to support or cushion your heel. And especially it is true when you start to age,
Hmm.
40s, 50s, our heel pads, like cushioning in the
Okay.
heel,
Okay.
it starts going away. So it's not cushiony anymore. So the natural cushion is going. So you
Okay.
should have a little bit cushion there.
Okay.
You know.
Okay. That was nice. So, and what about, now suppose Kolhapuri chappals,
Yeah.
they're totally flat.
Yeah.
So what
So,
would you
so
say
of
about it?
course, I mean, if you're used to wearing them always and you're not having any problem with them, it's
Hmm.
fine. But
Hmm.
I would say that if you start having heel pain,
Hmm.
then no, they are not good, because they are not good if you are having heel pain
Okay.
for sure.
That's okay, doctor. Could you please share any inspiring story which has profoundly impacted you or your life?
There have been so many patients who have fought against all odds to be
Hmm.
back in their life.
Hmm.
Very recently, we had a European lady who
Hmm.
had come, and she was suffering from, we are talking about heel pain. Yeah. So she was suffering from heel pain, back
Hmm.
of the
Hmm.
heel,
Hmm.
Achilles tendinitis. And she was a professional golfer.
Okay.
And she used to be at the top of her game at 45 or something. She developed this. She had to give up her sports. She no longer could do that. She, being a European, she went all around, searching for treatments, did a few, nothing was working. And, when she came to me, I still remember that she said that I have given up on everything.
Hmm.
I have given up on life. And uh, she didn't she didn't trust us when we said that we could do something to her, and she would like, okay, try, because I've given up anyways, and we did it. She's back to sports.
Wow.
She's back to golf. She added tennis to her, the whole
Wow.
sporting
Hmm.
thing. And she came back to me after 1 year of her treatment, of her playing with tennis elbow. And then she demanded that we now do regenerative treatments for her tennis elbow. So, but
Okay.
no, I mean, as I said, how it impacts, the entire life of patients, that I'm kind of understanding now, that,
Hmm.
one thing, one small pain
Right.
could completely change her professional career, completely change her life.
Hmm.
And how she got back to it, and fought her depression and came back. That was like really awesome. Another story I that again has impacted us a big way. So there are autoimmune disorders,
Hmm.
okay, in which our own body's fighting system,
Hmm.
the fighters in our body who fight against any infection which comes,
Hmm.
like a bacterial or viral infection, these are called antibodies,
Hmm.
and the system is immune system. So sometimes they attack our own body. They cannot recognize whether you are foreign or something enter
Okay.
in is foreign. So they start attacking our own system.
Hmm.
So there are hundreds types of autoimmune disorders. So some attack the joint, some attack the muscles, some attack skin,
Hmm.
and so on and so forth. They can attack anywhere. So when they attack skin and joints, it is one condition is called psoriasis or psoriatic arthritis.
Hmm.
I had this lady who was around 59-year-old, and she came to us with psoriatic arthritis, with all joints involved, the patches of psoriasis everywhere. She was literally room bound for many years, because she and very dynamic lady actually, but was afflicted with this and just given up on life. And she when she came, she wore a full sleeves because she didn't want to show the lesions to anybody. We started the treatment. 6 months, she actually messaged us and she sent a video of her saying that she doesn't remember now the meaning of pain. She's
How
completely pain
amazing.
free. She started wearing sleeveless. For her 60th birthday, she went to Goa and partied, and that was again, life changing
Right.
completely.
Right.
So we feel so grateful, that we are able to do something to patients who, for which nothing really is available. You
Hmm.
know, literally, there is no treatment, so to say. There are treatments which control the symptoms,
Hmm.
there is no treatment which actually goes to the root cause of the disease and actually corrects it there
Right.
and manifests into something. So we really feel privileged to treat such patients actually.
Right.
You know.
Right. So, Dr. Sharmila, please tell us, apart from your medical practice or professional thing that you're doing, outside of that, what inspires you or motivates you?
Okay. I'm very passionate about what I do actually in my medical field. So I don't feel that I'm working. Okay. So I really enjoy doing my work and my profession. But if you say it outside as such, okay, I do yoga. And
Okay.
that's my big time passion.
And I just came to know that you're 58 years old.
Oh yeah, I
You
think so.
don't look at all. I mean, look at you. I mean, tight skin, glowing skin, and I don't see any wrinkle on your face, or
No, that could be genetic also. I don't know.
no, but since you're practicing yoga from the age of 17, I mean, yes, अगर आप किसी को डाउट है या क्वेश्चन है कि हाउ योगा एंटी एजिंग में हेल्प करता है या आपकी एजिंग स्लो करता है, सो आई थिंक शी इज द परफेक्ट एग्जाम्पल. You should start yoga.
Yeah, so I have been doing yoga. I just love it. Okay, as a
Right.
form of exercise, but then as you grow, you understand so much more about
More
it.
about it's just not body twisting, or it's just not
No, not
about
at all, not at all. But yeah, initial days you really want to flaunt that I can touch my hand here, there,
right,
foot
I can
goes
bend.
there, so all of that I did, but no. So yoga has been like a constant, and outside medicine, what do I do? I do paint, and I've been painting since maybe I was since as long as I remember, actually, maybe from your age of
Oh,
3 years or so. I
wow.
wanted to be a professional artist, and
Okay.
I ended up being a doctor and surgeon. But I keep on painting, so it is like constant in my
Wow.
life all
Okay.
the time. Yeah,
That's
so
like
that
a
those are the two things which, and I love to travel.
travel. Okay. And I think your profession is also taking you to the
Yeah,
places.
yeah. One of the travels which I absolutely cherish
Hmm.
is my uh, Manasarovar and Kailash Yatra. And I would say that was kind of, yeah, uh, the best moment in my life, if I say so.
Same page.
Yeah. After that, I feel that, okay, I mean, what is there to see now that I have seen this?
I
That's
know.
that's the
I
height of
know.
everything.
I can
That's
totally
what I would
relate.
say. Yeah.
And also, I've seen you draping so many saris. We know each other because of Masakali
Yep,
saris, of course.
absolutely. You have such a beautiful collection.
And I'm happy that you came and we met. So please talk about your sari love. What kind of
So
saris you'd like to drape?
I
What's your
like
favorite weaves?
absolutely all types of saris which are handloom. Okay, I don't like anything which is power loom. Okay, so
Yeah,
I see to it that I generally wear handloom saris. And yeah, I'm a big fan of saris,
I can
and I
see.
discovered them very late in my life, but I I'm just looking for a chance to flaunt my saris, I would say. Yeah,
Yeah,
so I'm fond of all traditional saris very much.
yeah.
So all Maharashtrian saris. I mean, every state actually. I just love the intricacies of the weave and the fabrics,
Mm.
and there is huge talent and huge traditions, huge culture in India. And I think, I mean, it is endless actually. The moment more you go in deep into it, you
Right,
just realize, that, oh my God, there is so much to this state.
right.
So recently I was in Chennai and I was mesmerized with those saris.
Kanjivarams.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
How nice.
Yeah.
So, Dr. Shamila, it was wonderful to have you here with us on BU with Shraddha S. This was full of information, knowledge, and I think it's very important in today's time, the topic, the treatment that we were discussing. and I'm sure this is going to be helpful for so many, I mean, thousands of people. I'm sure, if you personally are not suffering, then maybe your friends and family and relatives and parents and uncle aunties, somebody is going through this joint pain and all of these issues, joint issues. And what a beautiful treatment this is. So Dr. Shamila, I would really like you to tell our viewers or people that, if they want to come to you, I mean, how much time it takes to, get the PRP done, or how can they go about it?
So these are all OPD based treatments.
Hmm.
Okay, so they don't need to get admitted to anywhere. They just come, do the treatment, and walk out. Okay, so very basic blood based treatments, which are PRP or the likes, they take maximum 45 minutes in the clinic. But before that, we need the evaluation and everything to be done, and they are prepped to undergo this. So that's it. Okay, but effectively, they are in the clinic for say 45 minutes and they walk out,
That's it.
maybe a day or two of relative rest, and they're good to go. The adipose treatment or the cells treatment that we do, it again lasts for, it's done completely under local anesthesia. It is a OPD based procedure. You don't need to get admitted. You come in, we take your fat, okay, which takes about half an hour. It's a small amount, it is painless, and patient is extremely comfortable. We process there and then for 30 minutes, and then we inject. So the end to end time that patient spends at the clinic is maximum 1 hour 20 minutes or so, and patients get up and they actually walk out of the procedure room after doing this procedure. So it's
Okay.
extremely comfortable. Most of the patients have that apprehension, that my fat will be taken, then how it goes, but it's very, very convenient.
Okay.
And yeah, so that's about it.
How wonderful.
Yeah.
So we are going to share the details, address, and contact number of Dr. Sharmila Tulpule. So if you want to visit, please do. Thank you so much, Dr. Sharmila Tulpule, for joining us on BU with Shraddha S. This was very um, insightful and very useful. It was such a pleasure to have you here. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Shraddha. It was a lovely talk, and I really enjoyed this conversation with you. And I hope that our viewers are really benefited from these newer treatments and newer technologies which are coming in, which actually harness your body's own healing factors to heal what is not healing in your body actually routinely. So we will be sharing our address and everything in the comment box, or down.
In bio, yeah.
And you can get in touch with us anytime so that we can share more information with you. And thank you so much. It was really lovely talking to you. I
Thank you.
enjoyed this conversation so much.
Same here.
Yeah.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.